When a man feels safe with you, he does this. That's right, guys. When a man feels safe with you, he'll do these 8 things, and they're basically just things that shows that he is emotionally connected to you. Before we get into those, just wanted to let you guys know that when a man kind of do these 8 things, then he's emotionally connected to you. That's what I want you to know. He's actually into you as well. And sadly, research shows that a lot of women, now some of you do, so I'm not putting everybody in the same category, but some of you do know that you realize these things, but some of us do not. We're like, oh wow, I never thought that he was emotionally connected to me, that he's actually feeling emotionally connected to me, right? So let me share those things with you. So if you recognize any of them, then you know you're on the right track. And if you're not, I'm going to do another series to show you how you can improve your relationship. And so hopefully some of these 8 things or all of them will be expressed to you in due time, right? So the first one is that he opens up to you emotionally. This is a big one right here because he's going to share with you his thoughts, his fears, and his insecurities. Now, that's a big one. If he's going to share with you something that he's afraid of, then you know that you've made a connection with him emotionally. It could be something as simple as, hey, you know what? I never told anyone, but I'm afraid of spiders, right? And he shares that with you, and you guys have a little conversation about it. You can laugh about it. You can just, have a more nuanced conversation about it. But regardless, he shares that with you. He's letting you know that he trusts you with that information. He feels a closeness to you. Let's say, he thought about, even though, let's say he still had a successful career, like, oh, I wish I had become a neurosurgeon or something of that nature, right? And you may want to have some dialogue with him about, hey, why did you change from that, right? But I don't want, you probably, if you're in that kind of relationship, you're not going to go back and say, well, you shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? You'll be like, you're fine. You turned out to be fine. Because he knows that you're not going to chastise him. And that's why he's able to share that information with you. So he'll talk about things he normally keeps guarded. Some of the things that he won't even share with his best friends. Like, I can share this with you because I trust you. Look at it in this regard too, at the midlife angle. He's no longer performing. He's being real. He's just being who he is because he's lived long enough to know that, wait a minute, I'm already kind of, when it comes to years wise, past the point where I have less years left than what I've experienced, more than likely, right? If you're in midlife. But that doesn't mean that he felt like he stopped, he's not living anymore, right? He's still out enjoying his life, hopefully, right? So just kind of know that if he's sharing his innermost thoughts with you, then you are absolutely special, okay? Number 2 is that he becomes consistent. There's no guessing games with him. And this basically is one of those things, like, if he's still working, or if he goes to the gym, he probably have a routine. He'll come home or go to the gym at a certain time and get home at a certain time. And so, or like if you guys are living together, and if you're not, then when he's available to talk or when he's not available to interact with you. He becomes very reliable. Let's say you guys have a certain date night once a week on a Thursday, and he never breaks that. He actually looks forward to spending time with you. So like calls, text, shows up reliably. You know that you can trust this person. Let's say you guys aren't living together and you're having an issue with your sink, and he can, even though he may not be a plumber, he knows a little bit of stuff around the house and stuff, and you can call him and he'll definitely be over there to take care of it because he cares about you, right? there's not an emotional roller coaster with him. If you tell him, hey, you know what? My niece is celebrating this, and for the weekend, we're going to whatever, Tybee Island for the weekend. He doesn't guess that. He doesn't know, like, oh my God, are you cheating on me? He's like, no, you enjoy your time because he trusts you, because he's grounded himself. But you guys have built a relationship where there's a lot of trust flowing from each of you, so you don't really question what the other is doing at all, and that's a wonderful thing, right? Because peace replaces confusion. He values that more than anything else. So I did a series episode earlier about peace over drama, right? So if that's what he gives, he knows, he values giving you your space, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Number 3 on my list is that he lets his guard down. It's kind of like the same with number 1, right? But he feels really comfortable with you. Like he's walking around his boxers or whatever. He wasn't clothes. Can you go shave? He feels really comfortable around you because he knows that you're not going to judge him. He knows that you guys have made that mental connection where the physical appearance is less important, right? And so that's when you know, like, okay, he come around here looking like this, and I know that he feels very comfortable around me. He doesn't, he's not bound up with being or having any type of fear of judgment. He's not concerned about you judging how he looks, what he's doing, anything of that nature. He's okay. And at times too, guys, he may even show his emotions. Like I told you in another episode, we all have emotions. Men have emotions too, and they've been taught as little boys to show when to show with their emotions, when not to show their emotions. But if he shows his emotions around you, you are truly special to him. So just kind of know that. Excuse me. So number 4 is that he seeks your presence, not just your body. He just like to be around you. Being around you makes him feel special, makes him feel comfortable and loved. And so just to be around you, it does something to him mentally. Like his brain is just firing, like, I'm happy. Those happy endorphins just bouncing all around. So it doesn't have to be any kind of physical play is what I'm saying. As long as he is around you, you make him feel so special, right? Because you make him feel calm. He knows that when he's around you, it's like sunshine, So like, okay, I'm doing good right now because I know that she's got my back, right? Number 5 is that he listens differently. So what I'm saying is that he starts to pay attention to everything that you say. You may not even be aware of it, right? He's got to remember small details, little things, and responds with intention because he does not want to hurt you. So he's going to make sure that however he responds to you is not misconstrued, right? Because he's not defensive. Let's go back to the thing where I was saying remembering small details. Let's say that, like 2 months ago, you said, I just love the color pink because it makes me happy. Right? You told him that, right? And then let's say a night prior, you guys chatting, and you're like, you know what? I really wanted that promotion, but I didn't get it, and I'm feeling really bummed. And then the next day you get a dozen roses all pink, right? So he remembers little things about you and lets you know that he's into you. And the reason why he's into you is that you make him feel special. He feels comfortable around you. He feels comfortable sharing things with you, so he doesn't have to worry about it being taken any other way, right? He makes sure that he protects the connection. So what I'm saying is that when there may be some times where you guys don't see eye to eye and there's some conflict arising, like, so instead of him, you two going back and forth with each other, he may just say, hey, you know what, because I value you so much as a person, let's just shelve this conversation and we'll sleep on it. And if we feel the same way again tomorrow about it, hopefully we won't, but he avoids those conflicts because he doesn't want to see you in a different light. He feels comfortable around you. So he wants to make sure that he protects that relationship. He communicates instead of withdrawing or disappearing. So here's the difference. Like, there may be some times that he will say, hey, we're not seeing eye to eye. I gave an example earlier. Let's just sleep on it. But let's just say he'd say, you know what? I'm going to just walk outside for a moment to walk this off because I don't like how my emotions are right now. You walk it off. And he comes right back. And he's into you. He didn't pull a ghost on you. He didn't a disappearing act, right? He's still around in your life. And so that he's really trying to make sure that you guys have some fluid conversation because, again, too, he's choosing peace over his ego, right? Number 7 is that he shows you his authentic self. That one goes back to the one I said earlier. Like, he's not trying to impress anybody. He just want to be understood. I have needs, wants. I've gone through some stuff. I've cried. Things have happened in my life. I've gone through a lot. People think that men don't get upset or don't have emotions, and I do. He's starting to tell you some stuff like this. Then I'm happy for you. You are into it, right? He shares his past, his lessons, and even some regrets. And sometimes these things he's sharing with you may seem really bizarre, or they may be something that you yourself have never delved into, right? But he knows that he can share that information with you because you're not going to hold that over his head. He knows that you're good, right? So how it relates to midlife is that authenticity becomes more attractive than perfection. He's got I already know, like, no one is perfect. We have a lot of flaws, right? And the older you get, the more you realize you got a lot of flaws, right? But we embrace them because we know that's not important. It's how we engage and interact with each other is most important, right? And number 8 is that he prioritizes you naturally. It's not forced. He wants to be with you. It's not, I need to because we've been dating this long or we've been married this long. No, he does these things because he wants to be with you. You don't have to compete for his attention. Not at all. He makes space in his life for you. His actions aligns with his words. Whatever he says he's going to do, he actually does it. And here's what I want you guys to know too. When a man feels safe with you, he doesn't run. He rests. He's like, oh, I found what I was looking for. I found it, and I found it in you. I want you guys to do a little reflection for me too. So, are you creating a space where someone can truly be themselves? Just kind of think about that. If any of those 8 do not seem like they are part of your life, kind of take a look at that. I'm going to do another series too, another episode to show these are some of the things that you can do to get that man back in your good graces, right? But if these resonate in your life, I'm happy for you. You are on the money. And hopefully, your relationship will last forever. Well, guys, as we say on this state, well, actually, what I meant to say too, if you are feeling this message, I need for you to type power up in the comment section. And anything else you want me to know, I'm definitely listening to what you have to say. I'm reading them and I am responding right now because I don't have many. I have 255 subs right now. So not everybody responds too. So everyone that's responding right now, I am responding to them. So I'm happy to do that. And in closing, guys, like we say on this station, we are aging boldly. You guys have a good one.